Today is a great, wonderful, amazing, incredible day, and I'll tell you why. Because it's Sweden Day, but not just a Sweden Day, but a Sweden traditional food day. A bit different. Pölsa, a traditional Swedish dish from the past. Without further ado, let's get into this reaction. Let's go.
When was the last time you ate liver and other intestines after a long night out? Well,
Never.
I don't think that was very recently. People nowadays usually eat a kebab or a pizza or a hamburger. Or if you're in Poland, you eat these small pierogi, little Polish
Pierogi. Ooh, they look nice.
dumplings. But there was a time when Swedish farmers worked the land and they became really hungry and they couldn't afford anything but the cheapest parts of the animal. So there we go, the intestinal food. They'd put the liver and the kidney and well, all these intestinal foods, or tripe as it's also called, into a big pot, and they'd cook it for a long time, and then they'd put cracked barley into it. And I know you eat barley in the US. I mean, you can buy it, so you should. It's really good. And the result in Sweden was pölsa. And people still eat pölsa today. Older people usually. It's quite a archaic food, so to say. It reminds me.
Yeah, let me know in the comment section. Do you know anyone in Sweden that still eats pölsa? He's saying it's an archaic food. I have not heard about this food. It's certainly not a Swedish dish that is pushed. So let me know. It kind of reminds me of like haggis. It's got like a similar, like, you know, it's intestine, it's all that sort of stuff. It's kind of got that haggis feel to it. Let me know if it's anything like haggis.
Of the Scottish haggis. So we're making pölsa, but bear with me, we're doing a modern version that you, if you are American, might like as well. So this is what the pölsa looks like when you buy it in a can like this.
No.
And you even have a picture of how you eat it. You eat it with pickled beetroot, boiled potatoes, and a fried egg. You could buy liver and kidneys and do your own.
It looks nasty though, guys. That looks like dog food. That looks really, really bad. Let me know if you've tried it and let me know if it tastes nice, but that looks terrible. That looks like famine food. That looks like if you don't have anything else in your fridge, in your cupboard, you could survive on that. But it looks like survival food. It really does.
Original pölsa, but as I said, we're gonna make a somewhat modern version that people who don't really like intestinal foods might enjoy. And you eat it with pickled beets that are very common in Sweden now these days too. You can buy it in any store, but because I guess you don't really have those in the US unless you go to IKEA or a specialty store, we'll make them ourselves, and they're even better when you do them yourself. There's something very European about red beets, I think. So 2 liters of water, 1 deciliter of 24% pure white vinegar, or 2 deciliters if you have a 12% vinegar, and then, yeah, well, you compensate with more water, and 2 deciliters of regular sugar, white sugar. And these sweet and sour flavors are very popular in Swedish cooking. You'll find it in skånsk kalops, which is another Swedish dish. 10 white peppercorns.
What dish was that? Skånsk kalot. I've not heard of that.
2 bay leaves and 10 cloves. And you put that in there, we boil it, and then we go down to simmering it for about a half an hour, 45 minutes. So look at that, it looks like a penis. Look at that one. Anyway, when it's yellow, the water, it's done, and so should the red beets. Put on some gloves. You don't really want to have red fingers. It's really difficult to get off. And then you peel them like this, real easy to peel them. You cut off the tops like that.
I don't think I've ever cooked beets, or what we call beetroot. Beetroot, I always have it when it's already prepared and it's already sliced, but I don't think I've ever literally purchased a full beet or beetroot and boiled it and peeled it and sliced it myself. I've never done that before. Have you? Let me know. Is that something you do in Sweden? Let me know.
And you put them into a mason jar, and then you fill up with this acidic pickle juice. And this needs to, well, be in this juice for at least a week. The longer, the better.
Wow.
And again, this is a very common condiment in Swedish cuisine, even now, these days. You can buy it in every store. Kids eat it, grown-ups eat it. You have it with pyttipanna, which is another very popular, well, not another, on the contrary, a very popular dish nowadays. Anyway, measure 120 grams of barley. This is crushed barley. You should use crushed barley. It's easier to handle it, and the consistency becomes better. Cold water and then into the refrigerator, because if you leave it out for too long, it will start fermenting. Bacon. We don't want that. And this is pork, sliced pork. So it's not really bacon, this is just salted sliced pork. You can use bacon, but thick cut pork, just really salty pork.
So that is just, it's basic, it's bacon, it's a thick cut of bacon. What do we call that? Like bacon lardons. We call those bacon lardons when you dice them and they're quite thick. That's what we call them. Or like belly pork sort of stuff.
Is the way to go. And then you cut it up. You can also use one of these choppers that they use in Chinese cooking, Asian cooking, and bang it up. Listen, this video is also done in Polish. I mean, I rarely do videos in English at all. So this is an original is in Polish and Italian as well. And I'm sponsored by Polish a company that is publishing this book in Poland. It's a book about Pölsa, actually. Not only about Pölsa, but it's about a man looking for the perfect Pölsa. Anyway, it's a Swedish book, and maybe you'll find it in the US. The original title is Pölsa, meaning the Pölsa, meaning the thing we're doing now. Anyway, when you...
So he's Polish, but he's talking about a Swedish dish.
Heat up pork, you should really start with a cold pan or a saucepan or whatever you're using, and then slowly warm it up, because the fat will start melting, it will render the fat and will become much better. And now we're cutting the onion, and I don't need to tell you how to cut an onion, but here's a little tip, a little trick. Instead of cutting it like this and then turning and cutting like that, and then, well, you know how people usually do it, just turn it around and go against the fibers like this, and you cut it this way instead, and then you don't really need to do any more cuts. You just chop it up like that, and you have perfect little pieces like this. Okay, now look at this. The fat has rendered, it's beautiful.
He's not done anything that I don't do. What was he trying to say? What? I don't know what he just did. He just diced an onion, and that's how I normally do it. Is that how you normally do it? Because that's how I normally do it. I didn't see anything different.
Wonderful, and you put it inside here. Let's let it sweat a little, and then we put minced meat, minced beef. You should really use beef, and we add thyme and marjoram.
So far, these ingredients are delicious. I love minced beef. I love bacon or pork fat. I love onions. He's putting herbs in there. That sounds delicious so far.
I don't know how often you use marjoram over there, but you can use oregano if you don't find any marjoram. But the traditional recipe calls for that. And 2 corns of allspice. Allspice, again, very traditional, very popular in Swedish cooking. You'll find it in a lot of Swedish recipes. Especially the...
I didn't know that. Allspice is also quite very popular in Caribbean cooking. So I have allspice in my cupboard all the time, so... That's good to know.
The older cuisine, but we don't want to overdo it, so 2 peppercorns is enough. We don't want the meat to brown, really, so add a liter of boiling water, and here's the controversial part, some bouillon, be it a stock cube or whatever you have. Okay. Put on the lid and let that cook slowly and nicely for about 1 hour. And after 1 hour, we take out the barley and we put that in. Look, even if you have a lid on, it will evaporate. So add more water, always boiling hot, so we don't stop the cooking process. About a liter of boiling water here. And then the soaked barley. And we mix that up and we put on a lid again. And we leave that for another half an hour. And listen, please do leave a comment so I know if I should do more videos in English. And look at this. It smells really, really good. Even if you don't like pölsa, this is really good. You should taste it. And the pork was really salty, of course, so we don't really need to add more salt. It's perfect, but we do need to add some acidity. You can use any vinegar. The traditional recipes call for white distilled vinegar, but I'm using some sherry vinegar. And we're done with this. Look at that. A semi-traditional Swedish pölsa. Now use a firm variety of potatoes, peel them and boil them. I put them into cold water, let it boil, and then when I bring it to a boil, it takes about, 15-20 minutes maybe, and the potatoes are done. And you should serve it with fried eggs. Now, if you look at French cooking, they will tell you that eggs should be...
I'm not mad at this recipe. It looks delicious. All the flavors that he was putting in there, I like. I use a bouillon all the time. I like bacon. I like minced beef. I like potatoes. It just sounds delicious.
Fried very slowly. You don't want them to firm up too much. You don't want them to crisp up. But we're not doing a French dish here, so a lot of butter and high heat. You don't want to burn the butter, of course, but high heat and get this crispy egg with a runny yolk. That's how I like it. You can do it any way you want. Some salt and pepper. We take out the red beet pickles, and it smells really good. It's a really traditional Swedish flavor to it. We slice them up into thick slices, and it's time to plate it. Some of the pölsa, sometimes called Norrlandspölsa, Norrland is the north of Sweden. So anyway, pölsa, the boiled potatoes.
Why is the music getting so epic? He's shouting, what's going on? Oh, this is so funny.
Perfectly fried egg to your liking, to my liking. The wonderful pickled beets and some fresh thyme because, it looks good. It tells us something about how we've flavored this pölsa. And there we have it, a traditional, almost traditional Swedish pölsa. You should really try it.
Okay, I'd try that. I'm not mad.
If you're an English speaker and you're still here, maybe you want to hear some background information here. So I've made hundreds of hours of cooking videos throughout the years, and they've been seen by millions. There are millions of views, but they are all Poles and Italians. And I really love making videos in Polish and Italian because I speak both those languages, and Swedish. But I thought I might as well spread the word of pölsa or of a Swedish recipe outside of Sweden, Poland, and Italy. If you're still here, please write something in the comments so I know that there are English speakers watching this. If you want, you can go to foodemperor.com and the recipes are there in English, most of them.
Okay.
I try to update it.
So this guy obviously has got a big channel in other languages then, right?
As often as possible. Anyway, thank you for watching and hope to see you again.
Att stoppa snoppen i pölsan är inte bra. Men om du inte vill ha mig så får det gå bra. Pölsa på min tallrik, pölsa på min brud, pölsa...
I want to listen to the song, but it probably get copyrighted. Okay, Pölsa. Why is... my question is, this guy said he speaks Polish and he speaks Italian. He says his channels are really popular in those countries and Pölsa is very popular in Poland and in Italy. Why? It's a Swedish dish. Why is it popular in those countries? I'm quite confused. I don't know why it would be popular. Is it still popular in Sweden? Someone let me know in the comment section below. This was suggested, by the way. This video was put into a playlist where you guys can put videos in there and suggest. But yeah, actually, I might link that playlist, actually. It was just for Patreon, but because my Patreon's not very active, I might just put it in the comment section so you guys can suggest videos. But yeah, let me know about Pölsa. This is the first time I'm hearing about it. It looks like haggis. The way he made it didn't look. It looked like he just made it with normal beef instead of intestines and stuff. But it looked delicious. Let me know if you've had it. If it is still traditional in Sweden, in northern Sweden specifically. And let me know if I should try it when I come to northern Sweden. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Until the next one, I will see you very soon.